And more on this now. Far-left soft-on-crime policies giving rise to fresh outrage in New York City after prosecutors from Manhattan's controversial district attorney Alvin Bragg downgraded charges against a career criminal with 46 previous arrests who was caught stealing cash from a woman's backpack in a subway station. Joe Gamaldi, National Vice President of the Fraternal Order of Police, joins us now. So a transit cop arrested this guy for stealing $60 out of the backpack of a woman who was waiting for a subway at Lexington and 63rd, which is a very nice neighborhood. He was charged with grand larceny, 4th degree initially, but that was downgraded to petty larceny. Your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you, John, is there anybody that is more out of touch with New Yorkers than D.A. Bragg and his staff? I mean, it's incredible. A recent Quinnipiac poll just said that 74% of New Yorkers believe that crime is a serious problem. And they're right. Shootings are up 42% in New York, and the subway crime is up 65%. Slashings are up 35%. And the brain trust at the DA's office thinks, let's go light on this guy, Claude Myers, arrested 46 previous times. He was also on parole when he took that from that woman, and then they go ahead and downgrade the charge. I mean, this makes absolutely no sense. And, you know, they're rolling out a new crime plan, but I don't have the heart to tell them that unless the DA's office and DAs like Alvin Bragg and Gascon find some common sense and grow a spine, it's not going to make a whole hell of a lot of difference, because these criminals are going to be out before the ink is dry on the paperwork. And what these DAs are really telling these communities when they embrace these soft-on-crime policies is, we don't give a damn about you and your families, and we don't care about your safety.
Now, let me just go back over it, Joe, because you did say it fairly quickly, as you are wont to do. This guy, Claude Myers, 56 years old, 46 previous arrests, and was out on parole at the time that he committed what prosecutors initially thought was grand larceny, 4th degree. What should have happened to him?
It's very simple, John. Throw the book at him. He has had opportunity after opportunity throughout his life to straighten up. He'd been arrested 46 times previously, was out on parole. And here's the rub, John. When he was caught, you know what he told the cops? Next time, I just won't do it in front of y'all. He's not learning anything. He's laughing at us, just like that child molester on the jail call. They are laughing at these DAs. They're laughing because they know there's not going to be any consequences. They know they're going to be right back out, continuing to victimize the hardworking, law-abiding members of our community.
So last Friday, Mayor Eric Adams, the new mayor of New York City, he's not that new anymore, he's been there for a couple of months, announced a zero-tolerance policy for crime in the subway system and other forms of transit. Over the weekend, after he made that announcement, 6 people were stabbed in the subway. 2 others were assaulted, one with a hatchet, one with a pipe. Clearly, the criminals don't care what Adams is proposing. That went into effect on Monday. And if Alvin Bragg is going to downgrade these charges, can Adams' plan ever have a hope of working?
Well, you know, I'll tell you this, John. The law enforcement officers that are taking back those subways, they're going to do a great job. They're going to catch these dirtbags that are stabbing people and shooting people and robbing people. But if they know that once that case goes to the DA's office, it's going to be downgraded, or they're going to let them out on a PR bond where they just pinky promise to show up to court, these criminals are going to be right back out to do it over and over again. We can't clean this mess up by ourselves. We are just one factor in the criminal justice system, just one. We need the whole system to be overhauled and make sure that we're holding criminals accountable. I mean, this is not a new concept. We know that this will work, but we have to make sure that we have the stomach for it. And as I said, we got to make sure the DA's office has a spine for it.
Former New York City leaders, and this would go back to the early 1990s, believed that if you stop the small crimes, you can prevent the big crimes from happening. But look at these statistics. The increase in crime 2019 to 2021, this is while de Blasio was mayor there. Murders up 52%, shootings up 104%, car theft up 91%. If criminals keep getting set free for doing the small stuff, what's going to happen to the big stuff, Joe?
No, you're exactly right. And listen, the American police officer delivered historic crime reductions in the 20 years prior to this huge spike we're seeing. And it was a simple formula. We need to embrace the rule of law, we need to vehemently prosecute violent crime, and embrace broken windows theories, because we know that those small crimes are going to lead to big ones. And if we support and fund our police departments and we hold criminals accountable, we can get this under control. We can stop the chaos and anarchy that we are seeing in our American cities across this country. Last year, 16 American cities experienced their highest murder rate ever. Our urban communities deserve to have safe streets. They deserve to feel safe taking their kids to school, and we can turn it around if we just have the stomach for it.